ahead, start this live video for y'all Facebook. We are here on 26th in California.
Hey, what up, boy?
Real quick, I just kept.
Okay.
Just real quick, tell Facebook why you're here this morning.
What's up, Facebook? We are here to speak for the voiceless. We are here to make a difference in the Cook County jail system, to at least let the brothers behind bars know that we are out here advocating for them. There are conditions that are in the jail system that are not suitable for human beings. And what we realize is that capitalism is bigger than the crimes that are being committed. Here's what I mean by that. It's about how much capital you have. There are people who are actually awaiting trial, who are on offenses that are not necessarily dangerous offenses, but they don't even have the capital to bond out. So in America, it doesn't matter if you're guilty or innocent. It matters whether or not you can afford a good lawyer. People who can afford a good lawyer can get out on the worst crimes, and people with the least amount of crime can't afford to even fight, so they end up with the most time. This has got to end. We're trying to create more law and order, but what we have to do is we have to get tougher on poverty, not crime. Poverty is the mother of crime. So I'm here as a representative of the New Life Movement, Project 5000, Black Coffee Political Alliance, to share in and lock arms with the brothers led by State Representative LaShawn Ford to just speak out against this injustice. It's time for us to get resources. We can find all kinds of resources to lock black men up, but find very few resources to empower us. Thank you. All right.
Other activists as well, and we're just waiting for everything to get started. People are just going about their normal day. We got Reeve in here.
Hey, boycott the prisons, just don't go.
You have a number? News report. News report. Do they have a number? I got a story from, like.
Oh, no, he just sent out from the agency, that's all. But what we're doing today is State Rep Ford is talking about the condition of prison, just charge.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, like it's a case of clemency and things, with me. I'm saying like what I witnessed and everything from the time of Dr. Martin Luther King and, Harold Washington, they saw that man because every time
I got to post up that we want to stay in
So we gotta, and it's still right for years.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Yours? 6.
Raymond.
That's what I'm saying, right? Repeat ourselves. We got to put major emphasis to get a point across on that. That's what I'm saying, right? You know?
So he wants me to record when he's talking. He only has so much track. Give me a second.
We are here today from the response from the community, from families asking us to stand together in support of their loved ones in Cook County Jail. We have heard so many complaints about the healthcare system in Cook County Jail, the behavioral health, the substance abuse problems, and the living conditions in Cook County Jail. We believe that if we treat people better while they're incarcerated in jail, that we can have safer streets on the south and west sides of Chicago, and the entire city will be safer. When we lock people up in mental health, and we know that there's no doubt that the majority of the people that's locked up in 26 in California return to the most violent communities in this city. So we're going to meet with the administration, Tom Dart, and we're going to go in and we're going to talk about the complaints that we're receiving from families, friends, and loved ones that's locked up in Cook County Jail, and work on some programs that would allow them to be connected with coordinated care for substance abuse and mental health treatment when they are released. We have to remember that the people locked up in 26 in California have not been found guilty. And so we have to make sure that we do everything that we can to spend taxpayer dollars wisely. And the way we spend taxpayer dollars now is pound foolish, penny wise and pound foolish. And we have to do everything that we can to protect taxpayer dollars and to protect the humanity of people locked up in 26 in California. Next up to speak is Brother Raymond Richard.
Yes, Raymond Richard, R-A-Y-M-O-N-D, R-I-C-H-A-R-D. I'm Raymond Richard. I'm a returning citizen and advocate for the men and women that's incarcerated in Cook County Jail as well as state prisons. We are here today to bring forth the acknowledgement and the hearsay of our brothers and sisters who are in there and living in horrible conditions in Cook County Jail. There are access to violence as well as sexual abuse, as well as no treatment as far as the medical goes. And they're talking about rehabilitation. How can someone get rehabilitated who has not been taught the proper way to become productive members of society? Now, we are here to stand with State Rep LaShawn Ford on this case and to meet with Tom Dart in hopes of coming with a conclusion to resolve this issue so that they can become productive once released. You have to remember, every incarcerated person is not going down to the penitentiary. Some will be released from right here. And those that are being released right here, we want to have something for them to come to instead of the street. So we're here to bring a solution to that problem. Thank you. And next up is Brother Roe Davis.
All right, thank you.
No, let her.
Let her, okay. My name is Brother Roe Davis. I'm the visionary and co-founder of the New Life Movement, Bach Project 5000, Black Coffee Political Alliance. We are proud to stand here with State Representative LaShawn K. Ford and the leadership here to put our hat in the ring towards the justice or injustice that's standing here and that our brothers are experiencing in the jails. We have a president that is focusing on law and order. Every time there's something happening in our community, it's always about more and tougher sentencing. We don't need to get tougher on crime, we need to get tougher on poverty. We need more resources, we need more opportunity. It seems that there's plenty of money to lock black men and women up, but not resources to empower them. So we want to be an answer for those brothers and sisters when they get out. We want to provide the mental health and the resources that they need to become productive citizens in our community. So I want to thank you for allowing us, State Rep Ford. And now I want to introduce Reven Fellows.
Okay, thank you.
No, let her
Okay,
hold.
sorry. Reven Fellows, REVIN-FELLOWS. I am the COO of Books Over Balls, a violence prevention program that's located throughout the city, changing young men's lives by going to school. And so we're just honored to be here with State Rep Ford and some of the brothers and sisters out here to stand for our rights as citizens and continue based on the 13th Amendment, we're being considered slaves. But I want to be here to say today to you, we're talking about boycotting the prisons, just don't go campaign. And what we want to do is when our brothers and sisters are released, we want them prepared to come home. We want them to be ready to go to work. So we want to thank you, Rep. Ford, for allowing us this opportunity. And so I want to bring my brother Tyrone Muhammad, who's going to speak next. Thank you.
Tyrone Muhammad, ex-cons for community and social change. We're standing here today with Representative LaShawn K. Ford and in advocacy against this place behind us, the Cook County Jail, that house over 9,000 to 10,000 men daily. Listen, after serving 21 years of prison, no one can, in that place, in that facility, can best tell me what it looked like once you leave that place and go to the IDOC. I'm saying to you all that's listening, it's time for us to come out of our homes, out of our communities, and represent our sons and our nephews that's sitting up in here. We have to stand with them with the injustice that's going on with them. We have to make sure that their standard of living is improved. These are not dogs in a cage. These are human beings. So this is what we're doing right now. We're asking for your support, and we will continue this until we receive justice for our brothers and sisters and our sons and daughters that's here. Thank you.
George? My name is George Salter, S-A-L-T-E-R. We stand here with Representative Ford with Westside Health Authority to say what is happening behind us. These men and women who are in jail, we hear from their families, and their families are telling us about the conditions, because as the men and women are behind bars here, so are their families. So there's mental health issues, there's food issues, there's substance abuse training. There's a number of things that we here on the outside want to welcome those who come home and come home to a safer community, because they have been vets to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. We stand here united for this cause, and this is something that we're in constant prayer about, and we're knowing that things are going to change for the better. Thank you.
Beverly?
Hello, my name is Beverly Davis Dawson, and I am the CEO and founder of Prosperity House. We're a transitional living agency where we house people who have been formerly incarcerated from prison or Cook County Jail. I once had a relationship with the county jail to take the women from the drug treatment, tiers and everything. So now I don't have that relationship anymore, but I still take them. I take those with or without money. Yeah, they're suffering inside, but then when they come out, where do they go? Some of them don't have any place to go. They don't need to return back to the neighborhoods that they came from where they had their problems. Right. So Prosperity House provides a shelter, a safe haven for those who may need it. And so we need funding. We need support to take care of those who come home. Sometimes a person just need a helping hand. So Prosperity House takes in women from all walks of life, no matter what their crimes are, as well as men. And I would like to introduce to you Zerlina Smith.
Good morning. My name is Zerlina Smith, C as in zebra, E-R-L-I-N-A, last name Smith, S-M-I-T-H. I'm here today representing the Westside community stakeholders and mothers who care with families of victims, because we're calling them victims that are being locked up and mistreated like slaves in the Cook County Jail. We're here to advocate for just the whole system, because we're sitting here focusing on November 6th when the gubernatorial election comes about, but we're not focusing on the judges that sit here and hold the rank and file as to continue to do mass incarceration for families that can't afford the bare minimum $100 bonds. When you think about the system, think about mothers who care. We will be marching every Saturday on the west side of Chicago, organizing and informing families of bills that their children may have been locked up under. When you think about the people that are standing behind me, think about it might not be you, but it might be somebody you know tomorrow. So we're out here making sure that everyone knows what policy looks like when it comes to voting for these judges who are sitting on these benches, who are violating the basic civil rights, 8, 14, and 16. So think of the women that you see behind me and say, that might be your mother. We're out here advocating, and we're going to make sure not just Tom Dart, but the judges that sit there hear our voices and know that they have families that love them. Thank you.
All right, Facebook, we're going to close this out with our spokesperson for Black Coffee. We see us later on today at 1 p.m. for our talk show on Truth Radio, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And we're going to let Ro Davis close us on out for today.
Right, well, as you guys can see, there's some major things happening here in Chicago. We have been plagued with so much crime, so much, murder and all types of things that never in my lifetime would have thought that this would be the reality of Chicago. But the thing that I'm the most proud of that is that black men and black women are standing in solidarity, standing up together to make the critical difference so that these types of things that we're struggling with, that we can end them. We are not going to be run from our homes. We are not going to live in fear shopping in our business districts. And so as a representative of Black Coffee Political Alliance, the New Life Movement, Bot Project 5000, you have my commitment that we're going to do everything that we can. Whenever there's a crime, whenever there's violence, you're going to see that we're also standing in front to stop and to be a preventative measure for that reality. And most importantly, we're fighting for our brothers behind bars. So join this fight. Join our voting block. Meet us on the radio this afternoon from 1 to 2 and hear from Brother Taharka, who was recently afflicted by gun violence. He is a member of the Bop Business Center. He's been one of our key and chief supporters, and you'll hear his side of the story and hear directly from somebody who has survived this. It's time for us to get engaged. You cannot stay on the sidelines. It's time to get engaged. I'm Ro Davis. Thank you.